Thank you all for coming out, by the way, on this great Monday afternoon. Now, this is Locker Room News for December 4th. Now, where we're going to go here, and let's see what it says by this. Last Saturday on Collision, Keith Lee cut a promo backstage. He expressed his frustration about a few things. Among them was lack of opportunity. A television interview is storyline, but it's an angle that resonates because we heard a lot about Russ being unhappy with AEW's creative form or their lack of. Talents like Frankie Kazarian and QT Marshall expressly said the reason they left the company because they weren't interested in going with the way they saw the company headed. Marshall's departure still in the news. This week, former AEW Women's World Champion. Let's highlight this. Britt Baker publicly aired a grievance about her lack of promo time. Ouch! Every time I see AEW.
We said that on the stream. If you go back to a couple of news ago, we said that Britt Baker is gonna. We haven't seen her. We put her on the MIA list.
Yes, we did. And for those of you who don't know, that's Mr. Goodbread. He is going to help me tackle these topics, and he's helping me right now. Also, it says it's a recurring theme among ex-WWE wrestlers. Lee isn't the first person who signed with Tony Khan after a frustrating stint in WWE to find more frustration directly or indirectly. We've heard similar sentiments of Malachi Black and Miro, and I believe we discussed that too, Mr. on other podcasts, on other episodes, other streams.
We sure did.
Now, with those names, we could add Matt and Jeff Hardy to the list. On the 100th episode of Extreme Life and Matt Hardy podcast, Matt talked with his brother Jeff about the futures of Hardys. I quote, "I feel like there's such a great spot for us AEW if we just utilize correct way, and we just got to get there." Matt acknowledged that he and brother are past their primes, but they feel like the way they're being used now isn't even ideal for the young talent they're trying to help elevate. He thinks things are changing, even though the last few months have probably been particularly tough. Then he says here, there's a few huge fan base that want to see them. Not the Matt Hardy 99 2000, but they want to come up, continue, get our rub off the young guys, but we realize they utilize in the right way. And hopefully we get there, but we feel like taking steps in the correct direction now. Just creatively, we've been utilized for the last 4 months. It's been very frustrated. So we're going back to August. We're in December. We've been very patient because there's been a lot of frustration, things we've done and kind of how we utilize in some ways. And of course, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy want to end their tag team championship run in their careers the proper way. Now, my thing is, AEW is what's the best way to put it? It is a dumpster fire, to say the least. And like they said in the article, it ain't just only ex-WWE stars that are frustrated company. You heard the names of Frankie and QT Marshall and Britt Baker, lack of promo time. And like we said before, she has been on TV and God knows how long. And now we hear Miro, Malachi Black, and now the Hardys. Hardys, at least Matt, you don't hear nothing about. We know Jeff always had problems, but as a tag team, rarely any issues. So what is next for Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy? And I believe they're going to end up leaving and trying to find their way back to WWE at some given point. That's my take. Mr. Goodbread, if you want to chime in on this topic here.
Definitely, man. I see it as Matt Hardy is thinking long term. He know right now Edge and Christian is taking over the show again. So this is why you don't have anything. They don't have anything for you guys because they're constantly taking in new, old talent from WWE, and those talents are who they're using to promote, which pushes back the regular talent that's already on their roster. It's sad, but a lot of people is running from WWE because of creative, and now they're on AEW, and it's the same thing. So at some point, a lot of these characters are going to have to look within themselves and check their character. They're going to have to start doing some things to get themselves over and not being so dependent on creative and talent. I mean, like he said, they're past their prime. So at some point you just got to be happy with having a job. I mean, you can't be past your prime and still want to win matches.
Point taken. Point taken. I believe Edge, like you said, good Brett Edge coming along to AEW, it ruffled a lot of feathers, and I don't think it was just the younger talent. Now it's ruffled the older talent, which is of their generation, which is Matt and Jeff Hardy, and even the Young Bucks as well. They having issues too, reportedly. So it's just Edge. He just gives me the. Now I'm seeing him AEW, and at this point in his career, he's giving me bad. It's negative vibes when I see him. It's all I'm willing to do business only for myself at this point, even though I'm 50 years old and way past my prime.
And see the AEW, they started the brand off. They started the company off on the right note. When they did get older star, older superstar, they positioned them to be side by side with the new guys, not compete with the new guys. Like they got Sting, they got Jake the Snake early on, and they were able to use these older guys to get the new guys over without actually having to step on anybody's toes. It's like I don't know where AEW went left with it, but it's like they can't get this part right. And they had it right in the very beginning. They had it right in the very beginning.
Yeah, that's true. They had it going, and it's just sad where it's coming to. Hopefully they get together, but we still here in the lockers. We're gonna be in the lockers for a while today. I will say that, and we're gonna add the next story. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. This is the end of this story of the